Straight Talk Sales and Marketing Podcast, episode number 6. Welcome to Straight Talk Sales and Marketing with Janet Clark. Are you ready for more sales, more clients, and more cash flow? This podcast brings you direct, honest conversations with sales and marketing masters each week. Now here is your host, Sales and Marketing Master, Janet Clark.
Hello and welcome to Straight Talk Sales and Marketing. I am your host, Janet Clark, CEO and founder of The Freedom Shift, and you are in the right place if you are an entrepreneur and you need to have more sales and revenue in your business. So today I'm going to speak to you about my own personal experiences in sales and marketing and some things that I've learned as I grow The Freedom Shift. So my subject today is, do you want or need more clients, or do you want and need more revenue? So this may seem like a redundant question because we often think about more clients equating to more revenue. But getting more clients also means that you are going to be spending more time on lead generation, more time on sales calls, and actually working more hours to serve those clients that you bring in the door. So the problem is today, so many entrepreneurs are already working 60 to 100 hours a week, and they're just doing that trying to keep up and manage their current business. So how do you grow your business? Do you know that the average entrepreneur actually works 63% more than other workers? So as entrepreneurs, we are faced with this situation where we get to a point where we know we need to grow the revenues, but we really don't have the bandwidth to take on more clients. So here are some other staggering statistics about business, and I'm actually going to read these to you. But 60% of all small businesses fail within the first year. So if you're in your first year, then you probably can relate to the struggles that so many entrepreneurs face in that period of time, right? So another staggering statistic is that by the 5th year, those that will make it to the 5th year, 80% will fail. And here's the even scarier thing. 80% of those that make it through the 5th year will fail within the next 5 years. So it's very difficult to be an entrepreneur. I think we already know that, but it's just the statistics back that up. So why is it that these entrepreneurs are failing? Because we've talked about this before, and I know it's not for lack of talent. We become entrepreneurs because we have a great gift and we have something of value that we want to put out into the marketplace, and we know that we can help people. So it's not our skill set. It's not our lack of training or certifications or any of that. It's not our qualifications. It's going to be one of two factors, or it may be a combination of both of them. But it's either that as an entrepreneur, you're not making enough money to sustain yourself in business, or number two, you are working yourself to the bone and there just are not enough hours in the day to continue to carry on, and that life of freedom that you were seeking is not happening for you. So today I'm going to share with you 3 ways that you can address both of these issues so that you can make more money in your business and work less hours. So first, let's go back to this question that I asked in the beginning. Do you need more clients or do you need more revenue? Well, we know the answer is we need more revenue. So the next question is, how do we generate more revenue without having to take on more clients. Okay, so the number one thing that you should be doing in your business is implementing systems. Systems are going to create a consistent way of doing things. If you want to scale your business so you can attract more revenue and serve your clients in a better, more effective way, then systems are the way to do it. So most businesses operate without systems. So most of the time they operate from the point of view that the owner, you as the entrepreneur, are running around trying to put out fires every day. I know this because I've been there, and I'm sure you have too. So can you relate to this, right? You wake up in the morning, you're feeling all refreshed and excited about getting into your day. You've got your day fully planned, all out, mapped out on your calendar. And somehow within minutes of getting out of bed, you totally lose control of the day. So it probably started with some emails that totally shifted your priorities for that day, or some phone calls or text messages or something that has you going in a totally different direction. You're constantly being pulled to get into someone else's energy. And you've got these issues that, right, they land like squarely on your shoulders because there's no way for you to get those things resolved, and there's no system for you to put into place to take care of these daily crises that come up. So, what's the number two thing that you need to do? Well, it is to hire a stellar team. You want a highly skilled, highly multitasking team at your disposal. Now, when we start out as entrepreneurs, we quickly find ourselves in multiple roles. So we're the sales manager, the marketing manager, the technology manager, hiring manager, customer care manager, what else? We're project manager. We're everything that could possibly need to be done in the business. Guess who's doing it? You are. So all of these roles that you're fulfilling in the business are taking away from the fact that what you really need to be doing is serving your clients. So the bulk of your time should be spent working with your clients, when in fact the bulk of your time is being spent on all of these other functions in the business. So your revenue potential is severely limited because the life is being sucked right out of you, right? If you intend to scale your business, you absolutely need a team. If you do not have a team, you are going to burn out. You cannot possibly handle all of these functions, work this hard, and continue to maintain the lifestyle that you're looking for, right? And you are going to reach a point where you can't even take on more clients because they're just, you're already working 100 hours a week. So now I am going to give you my number 3 way where you can create leveraged income so that you can increase your revenue without having to work harder. It's simple and it's easy to implement as long as you have systems and as long as you have a team in place. So these things that I'm telling you about are not mutually exclusive. They need to work together. So number 3 is to build a recurring revenue membership program. Now, what this will do for you is to generate ongoing cash flow every single month. And when you have an automated membership program, you don't have to personally work with those members. You will have already created the content, and it will be there for them to access every month. So it makes your time totally leveraged, where there's going to be consistent cash flow coming into the business but you personally are not going to be there interacting with those clients on a day-to-day, one-on-one basis. Now, you might ask, if that is so obvious and so simple, why is it that 90% of entrepreneurs actually fail to do this? Well, the reason is because they don't have systems or a team in place, and it feels totally overwhelming to them. And it's like it's a major project, and one more major project on their plate is just too much for them to even think about handling. So I personally understand the benefits of creating a recurring income stream, because that was what I did in my last business, which was a telecom agency. So it was actually a little bit of a different model, but in fact, what it was is that I had multiple clients who were in fact sending me money through the telecom companies actually, but I was being paid on multiple clients every single month without ever having to do anything to service those clients. And this model is something that will also work for you, and you can do that through a membership program. Now, what's great about the recurring revenue model is it continues on, it takes on a life of its own. So for example, I have not worked in my company, Integrated Communications, for 2 years. But yet, I am continually getting residual income from that company every single month. Now, eventually, I guess it will die off, but it's been 2 years and it's still coming through. So, if you are committed to be one of the 5 or 10% who actually make it as an entrepreneur, and you're determined that you want to get your business beyond that 6-figure mark into the high 6 figures or even 7 figures, these 3 things are going to be essential for you to grow your business. You have to get your systems in place. Now those will be sales systems and marketing systems and workflow systems. You must hire a team, and that team has got to be very well managed and highly skilled so that they in turn can leverage your time and get things done for you while you're serving your existing clients. And you need to create a monthly recurring membership program that you will integrate with all your other marketing strategies so that you will always be able to have clients enrolling in that program without you having to do any kind of major launch strategies or extra sales efforts for that. I can talk more about that in one of my subsequent podcasts, how to actually get clients into your membership site. So you may not really need to bring on more clients in the respect of the way that you're thinking about it now, one-on-one clients or even people into your group program that you still have to work with one-on-one. You may just need to work smarter, not harder. And you need to get that monthly cash flow coming in to sustain you so that your basic bills are paid and that everything else that you do in your business is actually being able to be either invested back into the business for more growth or go into creating, or I should say, in addition to going into creating the lifestyle of freedom that you wanted and were seeking when you became an entrepreneur in the first place. So that's it for today. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to have a dialogue with you about this. You can go to our Facebook page, which is Sales and Marketing, Straight Talk Sales and Marketing, or just go over to our page, the www.straighttalksalesandmarketing.com, and you will be able to connect to us through Facebook there. And let me know what you think about this. Also, I would invite you to download my free ebook if you don't have it already, which is Sell from the Heart. And until next week, I wish you light and love, and we will be back with Straight Talk Sales and Marketing with Janet Clark next week. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful and productive week, everybody. Bye-bye.
And thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the podcast. So now it's your turn. It's time for you to go out there and put some of this stuff to action in your business. What are you going to implement from this episode of the podcast? And let us know how you're actually going to go out and increase your revenue. You can go to straighttalksalesandmarketing.com/006 and leave your comment there at the bottom of the show notes page. Also, be sure to subscribe to our podcast on iTunes because we're going to be releasing several episodes here this week and the next few weeks. So we want to make sure you don't miss a single one, and being subscribed on iTunes is the best way to make sure each and every single episode is delivered directly to you. All you need to do is go to straighttalksalesandmarketing.com/iTunes and hit the little subscribe button there. And lastly, we are doing a big podcast launch giveaway contest where you have a chance to win great programs from Janet. So simply go to straighttalksalesandmarketing.com/podcast launch and you can enter the giveaway contest there. So until next time, it's time for you to go out there, take action, and make your shift to financial freedom today.